Last time on My Little Skyrim. There! There! We freaking did it! And now, the next episode. Welcome, Brony Nerds and Gamers, to My Little Skyrim, or An Adventures of a Brony in the Elder Scrolls. As you might have noticed, we are here at Whiterun. In the last episode, we basically got back to Riverwood after dealing with Bleak Falls Barrows, and in between videos, I just took care of a lot of, in between things, and I didn't want to waste your guys' time. We also had this thing play out where they're fighting a giant over here. It wasn't really much. I didn't want to show you guys that because that's not really important. While I was in Riverwood, I basically took care of all my last things. I sold off everything I didn't need, collected a bunch of stuff. I raided Girder's house. Girder was the woman who we met, by the way. While I was at Girder's house, I came across a few books. Um, of note, Dwemer Inquiries, Volume 1, Olaf and the Dragon, and of Fury and Holgir. And I wanted to start with the story Olaf and the Dragon. That's how we're going to start this video, is me just reading this one book. It's called Olaf and the Dragon by Adonato Leotelli. And this is actually one of the this is one of the big stories of the Skyrim world. And just to give, like, I'm gonna read this book for you, and then I'm gonna ask you guys if you think that this book was written for Skyrim or if this book was written before Skyrim. I'm talking about the game. So let's begin with Olaf and the Dragon by Adonato Leotelli. One of the more colorful legends in Nord folklore is the tale of Olaf One-Eye and Numenix. Long ago, in the First Age, a fearsome dragon named Numenix ravaged the whole of Skyrim. The dreadful drake wiped out entire villages, burned cities, and killed countless Nords. It seemed that no power in Tamriel could stop the monster. This was a troubled time in Skyrim's history, for a bitter war of succession raged between the holds. The Jarls might have been able to conquer the beast if they had worked together, but trust was in desperately short supply. A skillful warrior named Olaf came forward and promised to defeat the beast. In some accounts, he is the Jarl of Whiterun. In other versions of the legend, Olaf promises the people of Whiterun that he will capture the monster if they will name him Jarl. At any rate, Olaf ventures forth with a handful of his most trusted warriors and seeks the beast out, eventually finding Numenix in his lair atop Mount Athor. Needless to say, it's an epic battle. First, Olaf comes at the dragon with his axe and his shield. Some variants of the legend say that Olaf and the beast battled with blade and claw for days, but were too evenly matched for either to gain an advantage. Most accounts hold that Olaf, perhaps frustrated that his weapons are completely ineffectual against the dragon, finally casts them aside. Giving voice to the rage that has been building within him, Olaf unleashes a terrible shout. Here again, the stories diverge. Many accounts hold that Olaf did not realize he possessed the power of dragon speech, while others suggest that he had long possessed this gift, but wished to test himself against the dragon in martial combat first. Virtually all variations of the legend, however, agree on what happened next. Using the awesome powers of the dragon language, Numenix and Olaf engage in an epic shouting duel atop Mount Athor. So forceful are their words, they are said to shatter the stone and split the sky. Finally, Numenix collapses from a combination of injury and sheer exhaustion. Somehow, and this detail is conspicuously absent in virtually every account, Olaf manages to convey the dragon all the way back to Whiterun, the capital city. The people of Whiterun are suitably impressed with Olaf's hostage. They build a huge stone holding cell at the rear of the palace, which they rename Dragon's Reach. This enormous cell serves as Numenix's prison until his death. Olaf himself eventually becomes the High King of Skyrim, putting an end to the War of Succession. Presumably, his great deed made him the only leader upon whom all the people could agree. and so the land once again has peace. As a visitor to Skyrim, I find this tale both fascinating and highly entertaining. It is one of the most celebrated legends of the Nords, and one can easily understand why. It's a story of surpassing heroism in which a resourceful and worthy Nord does battle with a truly terrifying adversary and emerges victorious by yelling him into submission. The only way in which this could have been even more of a Nordic tale would it be if Nolof beat Numinex in a drinking contest. The legend is not without its doubters, however. The bard Svaknir, who lived during Olaf's reign, wrote and performed an alliterative verse that challenged Olaf's version of events. Enraged, the High King threw the rebellious bard in prison and destroyed all written copies of the verse. How I would love to lay hands on a copy of that verse. I admit I am immensely curious to know what assertions Svaknir made about how Olaf really defeated Numinex. There are a few ancient bard texts that provide one possible answer. These tombs suggest that Numinex was particularly foul-tempered because he was extremely old. In these accounts, the dragon spends his final years terrorizing the countryside before flying off to the top of Mount Athor to die in peace. When Olaf finds Numinex, the dragon is too weak to defend himself. Olaf and his men capture the beast without effort, but decide to take advantage of the situation by fabricating a heroic tale. It is worth noting that all of Olaf's warriors, who were said to witness the shout duel, went on to become wealthy leaders during Olaf's reign as High King. However, it is equally likely that Svaknir had some grudge against Olaf, and his scandalous verse was an attempt to damage the High King's reputation. Alas, we will never know. I leave you now, good reader, with this gentle reminder. A good historian must remain impartial and consider all points of view. Time has a way of distorting our record of events, so the closer you get to the original sources, the better. So, after reading that story, Olaf and the Dragon, can you guess if this book was written for the game Skyrim, or was it written before? Well, the answer is that it was actually just written for Skyrim. But this is an important point to note that many of the books that you will find in Skyrim and that we'll read are actually featured in games past, including The Elder Scrolls Morrowind and The Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Many of the books that you can find in those games carried over and bring about the rich history of the world. For example, Brief History of the Empire, which is not that book, but which is, if I can find it again, which is right here. Brief History of the Empire was featured not only in Elder Scrolls Oblivion, but in Elder Scrolls Morrowind, giving about the whole connectivity of the universe. The books of the Elder Scrolls have always been a big deal for me because it brings most of the richness of this world to light. It allows you to see that the world is far more than just, a bunch of
There's a
people
nip in the
walking
air.
around.
Cold won't be good for my crops. Never is. I own the Pelagia farm just outside the city walls. Nimriel takes good care of things for me.
Well, he didn't have anything important to say, really. But he owns that farm that's, like, out there, I believe. But the importance of the books is that many of the stories are small and are pretty much just the musings of the traveling bard. Some of them are historical accounts. And the diversity of the writers, and whoever the original writers are, I couldn't possibly say. I'm sure if you went into the Elder Scrolls wiki and you went into like the credits of the game.
Halt! City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only.
Well, I do have an official business. I have news from Helgen about the dragon tent. Will this change your mind? I'm not going to pay him 102 gold. I'm going to say, well, you can, if you succeed on persuading, it gives you, if you succeed on persuading or intimidate, it gives you a bonus to your speechcraft, or it lets you up it. Or you can take the cheap route, which is just telling that Riverwood calls for the Jarl's aid. The only reason you would not have that option is if instead of going with Girder and going to talk to them and you went right to Whiterun, I don't think you get this option to tell them that. But we're going to take the persuade option anyway.
Fine. But we'll be keeping an eye on you.
See? You get some up to speechcraft, which is now at 20. So as I was saying, the thing about the books is that uh, the fact that they have different writers for the books gives that feeling that there are hundreds of these people in these worlds that are traveling around. I mean, obviously that's not the case, but the fact that they make it feel like that is amazing. When I played Elder Scrolls Morrowind, I basically went through and read most of the books that they were offering.
Got hit
We'll
by
pay
a
whatever
dragon.
it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak. Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle.
So we get our first taste of the Hatfields versus McCoys of the city.
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside.
What can you tell me about Whiterun?
Plenty. I'd say we're prosperous enough. Most folk don't go hungry, if they're willing to work hard. The
Fair
city's
enough.
ruled by the Jarl up in Dragon's Reach. That's the fortress there, up on the tall hill. But you're probably more interested in your Vasker, Mead Hall of the Companions. Their deeds of war and valor are legendary.
Do you work the forge all day?
Aye, that I do. I've got to, if I hope to be as good as Yorland Greymane someday. In fact, I just finished my best piece of work. It's a sword. I made it for the Jarl, Balgroof the Greater. It's a surprise. I don't even know if he'll accept it, but... Listen, could you take the sword to my father, Proventus Avenici? He's the Jarl's steward. He'll know the right time to present it to him.
I guess I'll do it.
Thanks.
It's odd that you would trust me with that sword, but I will accept it. What have you got for
Blades,
sale?
helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
Alright, we're back. Alright, we're back. I just took care of the, some of the merchant stuff, and I made some stuff. Leveled up my smithing a bit.
Fruits and vegetables. It's fun most days, but hard work. Did you know there's some fruits that actually grow better in the cold weather?
That's some Skyrim logic right there, but okay. I'll go with it.
Come to chat with an old woman.
No, I have not come to chat with an old woman. I am not a cougar hunter. Sorry. Oh, look at this water. I didn't realize there was a little waterway down here. That's cool. Any secrets to find? I don't know. I don't think so. Sometimes you find some pretty cool secrets hidden amongst the hidden areas. I know in one city there's a hidden chest that has a whole bunch of stuff. Which I think is kind of cheap, but, you know, whatever. Easter eggs are Easter eggs. Ew, we got some empty barrel. I'll take the carrots. Potatoes. There you go. Thank you for free stuff. I love that there's just free stuff hanging around the city and that you can just grab if you ever need it.
It's not all standing around and chatting.
Yes, yes, you're not a bunch of lazy and good-for-nothings. I realize that. That's good. House of Collateral Battleborn. So they got the Battleborns and the Greymanes in this city. And the Battleborns are supporting the Legion, and the Greymanes support the Jarl Ulfric. And we'll get to the point where it will find out more about what exactly happened between the Legion, the Imperial Legion, and the you shut the oh god.
I'll give you 10 septims tomorrow. Just don't hit me.
What are you looking at?
It's no fun game. Well, I used to sneak out at night and try to tip over the and me and Mila used to climb up, but I don't do that stuff anymore. Father keeps catching me and then I get in trouble.
Whatever, I'm not interested in what you have to say, little kid. I'm trying.
I know your family's honor is important to you, but we can't afford
Oh,
it.
I know this mission.
It took me weeks to find that thieves' den. I can't stop now, and I can't get the sword on my own.
So you're willing to starve your wife and daughter to reclaim some rusty old sword?
They say Helgen got hit by a dragon. One of those horrors comes here. We'll be ready.
We won't starve.
I'll put it plainly. You can claim your sword, or you can keep your wife. If you set foot outside that gate, I won't be here when you return.
Oh, jeez.
Saphir. Wait,
Hey, hey, hey.
You
Hey.
tried mercenary work? It might suit you.
Hold on. I'm trying to look at you. Where'd you go? There you are. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me, Amrin. What were you two arguing about?
My Saphir doesn't like that I've been spending so much time looking for my father's old sword. He fed his entire family with the gold he made using that weapon. I'm not about to let it gather dust in some thief's trophy room.
Fair enough. Do you need help finding the sword?
I tracked it to a group of bandits nearby, but I'm no fool. I'd need the Whiterun guards or maybe hire the companions to get it. I don't know why I'm saying this, but if you find it out in your travels, I'd be grateful to you.
I like to train one-handed
I
weapons.
can teach you a few things.
Give me a little training in that one-handed business. I got a little bit of gold, so give myself a one up in there. Ah, and they gave me a level too. Best money spent. Yes, yes. If I find the sword, I'll bring it to you. More magic. It's helping us. That's for sure. Let's see. What else do I have? What do some of my other spells? Okay, the Oak Flesh's alteration, clairvoyance. Obviously, I'm big on destruction. Ah, the lesser ward is.
Please bring it to me.
Don't set anything on fire, all right?
I'm not. I'm just trying my healing spell. It's not a healing spell. It's a what'd you call it? Lesser ward. Increases armor rating, negates up to 40 points, and it's a channeled spell. So it's a shield. It's basically a shield I can put up, which is cool. You know, it's like if I do that, I think it's conjuration. No, conjuration is the ray zombie. Alteration is the oak flesh. So if I cast oak flesh on myself, and then I can use the shield. I suppose, whatchamacallit, Celestia would probably use some alteration. That seems well within her abilities. But she's also a very good speaker. Buying, selling prices are 10% better. Yeah. I think we're gonna do a lot of speech stuff as we move on. So we'll do that. I'm not too worried. I mean, I'm not playing for like I said in the 2 videos ago, I'm not playing for the high score. So if I don't get the most if I don't have the strongest character, I'm not the least bit concerned.
Lady, could you spare a coin?
Oh,
Yes?
here, have a gold.
Oh, thank you. Divines, bless your kind heart.
Yeah. The gift of charity added. What is the gift of charity, by the way? The gift of charity. Speechcraft increased 10 points for 1 hour. That's cool. If I need a little boost to my speechcraft.
Looking for my Azim? Check the Jarl's backside. That's usually where he stuffs himself these days.
Haha! Nice.
Dragons I can handle. But this talk of dragons, world gone mad, I say.
Well, that's great and
I
all,
work with
but
my
we
mother,
are going to
so
completely
I'm
ignore all of that.
Fun most days, and hard work.
I
Are you
ain't the...
still working at the Bannered Mare in the evenings, Ulfina? And why shouldn't I? Just because I'm a Greymane doesn't mean I can't earn my own keep. I didn't mean... I'm sorry I asked.
Jeez. People are
It's
testy.
not easy being a woman in Skyrim, I know. But stay... And men will come to respect you. And maybe even fear you.
You tried
Jeez.
mercenary work?
You all get away from me! This is when I want my
Once
future
I've
da.
made enough money trading with the Khajiit caravans, I'm going to buy the Bannered Mare from Hulda.
You're looking to become a merchant?
Before my ma and da passed, I told him that one day I'd become the best trader in Skyrim. I met one of the caravan leaders, Madron. He said he'd help me get started if I could bring him a mammoth's tusk. Easier said than done.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, but maybe I can help you.
If you find one, I could teach you a thing or two about trading. Help you get a fair bargain in the future.
Awesome! You mentioned trading caravans.
These Khajiit make a living traveling the roads and selling their wares. It's got to be tough. Skyrim's a hard enough land when you've got a roof over your head. Worst thing is, nobody wants them in the cities. Nobody trusts them.
Why?
Reputation mostly. A lot of Khajiit turn to smuggling and thievery to get by. A few bad apples spoil the bunch. You know how it is.
Oh, I certainly know how it is. I should probably take the time to read it and then click it so you guys can hear what's going on. Alright, what do you know of the Khajiit?
About the same as everyone else. They're the catfolk of Elsewhere. Great warriors, good traders. Way I hear it, Elsewhere ain't nothing like Skyrim. It's got tropical forests and dusty badlands. It sounds awful.
It does sound awful. And actually, you can go to it in Skyrim. There is a mod for going to Elsewhere in Skyrim, which is pretty cool. What is that thing for? Let's go to our map. Oh, I think I remember what that's for. Yeah, it's for there. Mistwatch. My permanent custom destination, just in case. And I got my journal. Where are the things? Okay, the mammoth tusk and the family sword. The mammoth tusk we're just going to have to find one way or another. It's possible, however unlikely, that the thieves' den that we're going to go to will have a mammoth tusk in it. Mammoth tusk is one of the like random loots that can appear if you're doing stuff. And I know this is going to be just a small diversion, but these little missions of hunting bandits gives you nice loot, good treasures, and gets your levels up. And this will give us a chance to try out our it'll give us a chance to try out our spells, and so that we can use those better. Using a combination of the ward and the fire will give us good armor and good oh, I need to put it as my favorite. One of the things I do when I'm playing Skyrim is I just take all of my spells and I put them all as favorites, including the shouts. And I do that because it's much easier to. I'm always going to need to trade between spells and in a pinch, so it's good to be able to skip around with those. That being said, what is? Oh, okay, that's the skill I have in it. So I don't have much in the alteration, and I don't even have that. I have good magic. So if I chose oak flesh and lesser ward. So that would do that. And then if I switch to flames, then I have that while I'm still doing that, and so then I cast those things together. And then I'll pretty much be a walking tank of sorts. Not a walking tank, but a magical tank. A very Celestia kind of attack. I think that's something Celestia would do. So I was thinking more about the whole, about Princess Celestia as a character in Skyrim. It's known that, oh geez, I'm going the wrong freaking way. Am I going the wrong way? Hold on, I need to go to my journal. Let's turn off Before the Storm and just keep those things up. Where's the map? Where's the, is that it? White River Watch? Oh yeah, find Amron's family sword inside White River Watch. Doesn't give us a marker for it though, so there we go. We'll go over there. Where is it? Ah, yes. Just down the road, across the bridge. Well, across a bridge. Actually, we might not need to cross the bridge, since we're on the other side of the river. I don't know. We'll see. There's some Nernroot over there, I remember. If I remember correctly. That we might need to pick up. We also always have to be on the lookout for the random thing that might come our way. Some butterflies. Come here, butterfly. Come here. God damn butterflies, come here. There. Take some cotton. Catching butterflies, harvesting cotton. I know, it seems a very weird thing to do in the Elder Scrolls, but that's pretty much how it's always been. Surviving off the land. It's very Fallout, except that, you know, it's not apocalyptic. I don't know if I've ever covered this before, but it's a running joke between me and a friend. I can't get Fallout 3 to work on my computer. And it's weird because obviously I can get Skyrim to work, and I can play Fallout New Vegas just fine. But Fallout 3 seems to have, like, issues. And I've heard that there's, like, a very common explanation for it. And it has to do with just settings in the game. It's outside of the game. We're going to try to get it fixed because I'd like to play Fallout 3 again. But really, Fallout New Vegas seems a little bit more enticing. Especially right now since I can't play Fallout 3. I still don't think I want to play Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas as a Let's Play on this channel, just because my little Skyrim is such a big undertaking. And I'm not as keen on the Fallout universe as I am on the... Oh. Got it. Thank you. Practically no damage dealt to me. All the damage dealt to you. And I get bonus to restoration and destruction when I use those spells in tandem, which is always cool. I think I'll have to do alteration. Ooh, that person. Oh wait, that might be a bad person. I'm not sure. Let's sneak up and be careful. Yeah, that's an what do they call it? Auroch. An auroch. It's a flame. It's a flame demon. It's a flame elemental, basically. So I don't think it belongs to anybody. But either way, we're just gonna sneak up on it here, and we're gonna get the jump on it. Yeah, a flame atronach. Oh shit. I didn't get the jump on it the way I wanted. Okay, never mind that. Double frostbite. There we go. Oh crap, I forgot they exploded. I wanted to get ooh, fire salts. Nice. I wanted to get the jump on it and get some sneak attack, but that didn't work. Oh, and a witch. That's cool. I'll take your steel dagger. Ooh, black mage robes. That's always cool. Yeah, sure. Actually, one of the items I have is some novice robes of conjuration. I should wear them because it'll regenerate my magicka 50% faster. Let's try wearing them for a while. Looks kind of weird with all the light armor, but whatever. One of the mods I've heard tell about is that you can wear robes over your armor, and I don't want to use that because that's kind of double. You can have enchantments on your armor for the same kinds of enchantments that you put on your robes. So we'll decide we might decide later on that we want to switch and use robes and armor together, but I think for now it's just going to be as normal. I don't want to go too crazy with the I didn't get lost. I was coming here on purpose. Rolled off. Steel sword. Yeah, sure, I'll take that steel sword. What's the note? While other people are probably wanting to hunt us down and everything. Rodolph, your little stunts try my patience. I know my uncle has issues, but he is our watchman, and you will respect him. No more sneaking in and out, no more games with his ledger, or nails on his chair. One more joke, and you'll see how funny a day in the cage can be. Hajvar. I'm not sure about that. That's kind of interesting. Give me that. Ah, you're trying to shoot at me. That's nice and everything, but I've got a bow. Thank you. And thank you. Probably could have done better to sneak up on the area, but whatever. Do you think I care? I don't care. I've got magics. Magics will save me. Steal your stuff. Not all of your stuff. I don't need to mass loot. Ah, jeez, it's freaking out. There we go. It used to be that mass looting in the Elder Scrolls games was a good idea. You just steal all the pots and anything that you was not nailed down, and you would make a hefty profit selling it to merchants. But now, because of number one, because of the whole the thieving aspect, is that if you steal something, it doesn't give you the same. Oh, can I use this? No. Oh, okay. Because of the thieving aspect, it doesn't give you this. You can't sell the things that you steal. Ooh, look at that blood effect. Oh man, this is one of the mods I use actually, is enhanced blood textures. So you can see, it certainly looks a lot better than the normal vanilla blood texture. I really like it, enjoy it. Steal your apples. That's empty. Ooh, there's a bag. Aha! Carrots! To White River Watch. And as soon as we come back, we're going to get sneaky. As soon as it loads. However long that takes. Sneaky. Oh, look at that. Oh, snap. Okay, got our bow. And please hit this time. Oh, he was blind. Oh, he was blind. Oh, for frick's sake. I killed a blind guy. I'm pretty sure I could have just sneaked back past him without a problem. Whatever, we got our bonus. We got a bonus to sneak anyway, and a bonus, and probably some bonus to archery. Also, I realized that bonus is probably not the right word. Probably the right word to use would be some XP, but whatever. There's a bleeding crown. There you go. It's underneath those barrels. I'm not gonna freak out about barrels, by the way. That's PewDiePie. Take the leak. And there you go. Alright. I don't have the Sense Life spell, but I definitely will need to keep my eye out just in case of any bad guys. Let's take that fur armor. That's pretty good price. It'll fetch a fine price. Perhaps I'll find the Merchant of Death, and I'll be able to sell him my wares. And he'll call me stranger. That'd be cool. Ooh, there's a guy right there. Alright. And alright, get ready. Where are you at? Did it kill him? I don't know. I hope it did. Where'd you go? There was 2 of them. I saw them. Is someone there? You suck. Oh yeah, that's right. You were just hearing things. Nothing here except us little old nobodies. Ooh, leather strips and gold. What's in the dresser? Clothes? I'll take the clothes. Clothes always fetch a fine price. Actually, when I was playing Elder Scrolls Morrowind, it became a, I had it down to a mathematical formula of figuring out how much there was to carry, and basically between that, Boink. Nice! Basically, I determined that if you're carrying so much stuff that, oh man, you know, again, I keep forgetting to use the poisons. Whatever. I don't care. I never used poisons. I never used poisons unless I was playing Oblivion. But okay, back to the other thing. In Oblivion, not Oblivion. In Elder Scrolls Morrowind, I had the amount of weight I could carry, and basically I had it down to a mathematical science determining which things I could carry. And things like silverware was always a great thing to pick up, because the amount of money it was worth was worth more than like the half pound it took to carry it. In Skyrim, however, the weights aren't divided in fractionals, so if it either weighs a pound or it weighs no pounds. So that's kind of a situation where, like, if you pick up something that's worth a pound and it's only worth 5 gold, it's not worth as much as we're carrying something that's 2 pounds and worth 20 gold. So you have to kind of figure out how much weight you have to carry. But in Skyrim, it's kind of just more like you really only want to carry the things that are worth a whole lot of money and just drop everything else, because anything else is really not worth the time of carrying it. But here we go. An Explorer's Guide to Skyrim by Marcius Carvain and Viscount Bruma. Far too often, noble visitors from Cyrodiil see little more of Skyrim than the view from their carriage. To be sure, this coarse, uncivilized province is far from hospitable, but it is also a place of fierce, wild beauty, with grand vistas and inspiring natural wonders, awaiting those with the will to seek them out, and the refinement to truly appreciate them. If you are of a mind to see Skyrim for yourself, which we are, by the way, I recommend beginning your adventure as I did, by seeking out Stones of Fate. No doubt you are taken aback by the name, as I once was. The provincials, the provincials? Is that how it's pronounced? I have no idea. The provincials and village folk have all manner of dark tales about these ancient monuments. Stories of necromantic rituals and fell spirits of great and terrible powers conferred on any who dared to touch them. The stories are, as Jarl Egroff once told me, a load of mammoth dung. A bit uncouth, but you get the point. To be sure, keep your guards with you at all times. Brigands and wild animals are never to be taken lightly, but the stones themselves are nothing to fear. Quite the contrary, their proximity to cities and roads makes them ideal destinations for the novice explorer, and many boast spectacular views that make the journey well worth the effort. To whet your appetite, here are 4 such locations. Most travelers enter Skyrim by way of Helgen, gateway to the north. If you find yourself in this backwater hovel, consider taking an afternoon's ride to the north, keeping to the road as it winds down the cliffs at the eastern end of Lake Ilinalta. Just off the path, in a small bluff, lie the 3 Guardian Stones, the greatest concentration of standing stones in all Skyrim. The view of the lake here at sunset is simply sublime. These are the stones that we came across in the beginning of the game. Visitors from Chedenhel will pass through Thrifton, city of intrigue and larceny since Tiber Septim's day. If you seek adventure in the Rift, leave the city by the southern gate and cast your gaze upon the bluff that rises to the south. Atop it sits the Shadow Stone, a fitting symbol for the City of Thieves. Whiterun is the heart of Skyrim, its towering palace rivaling even the greatest castles of Cyrodiil. But should you tire of the Jarl's hospitality, another adventure awaits a few hours to the east of the city. Along the road rises above White River Gorge. This is actually where we are. The ritual stone can be found atop the lone hill that rises on the north side of the road, set into an ancient monument. Take time to soak in the incredible view of Whiterun, the tundra, and the gorge from this unique spot. We might go there after this. More seasoned explorers may wish to visit Markarth, the ancient city of stone far to the west. The recent Forsworn rebellion has made travel in the Reach perilous, but for those determined to seek adventure, no matter the cost, another stone could be found to the east of the city, perched on the mountain above Kolskirger Mine. Though the climb is difficult, reaching the summit is a milestone of any explorer could be proud of. There are other stones of fate to be found in Skyrim. I myself have seen several more, perched on the most remote mountain peaks, or wreathed in fog amid the northern marshes. But the true joy of exploration is in discovery, and so I leave the rest of you. May the Eight guide your steps. And then we have the Hope of the Red Wren, which we'll read that later. Oh, we searched the cupboard? What was in the cupboard? Ah, okay, more stuff. Oh, this one does have, I forgot this one does have fractional weights. Yeah, because like potions are like half a pound. I believe it was, I think it was in Morrowind. Maybe Oblivion as well, where the, Search a Bandit? He's not here, is he? Well, obviously he's here, I mean, but I didn't think he was here. Did he glitch? Oh, okay. Okay, I don't know how... No, that's not the same bandit. That's an alchemy lab. Ooh, blacksmith's potion. That's cool. That is very cool. What does that potion do again? I think it's just for blacksmithing. For 30 seconds, weapons and armor improving is 20% better. I believe what the blacksmith potion does, unless I am mistaken and there was a patch that was released or whatever, is that if you take the blacksmith potion, anything that you've made or do make or improve is 20% better. And that was actually one of the ways that you can create the ultimate weapons, is by stacking lots of uses of blacksmith potions and enchantments that increase your smithing. Give me a moment while I do some alchemy while I'm here. And we're back. Just finishing up that alchemy. One thing I learned, lavender has a lot of things in common with a lot of different things, apparently. Uh-oh. We're creating sound. I don't even know if there are any more people here. Ooh, a loot. I'll take that. Oh, I guess I'm taking that shield too. Oh, a child's doll. I didn't even know there was an item like that. I think there's a lot of additional items that are included with something, either with the Hearthfire expansion or the Dragonborn expansion, or maybe with Falskar.
Of course not. Dogs I could train, but a half-starved wolf, not a chance.
Right. Lucky if it doesn't rip our throats out.
Huh. Should we do it? Oh yeah, I think we should do it.
Someone there.
Huh?
Damn you!
Someone there?
Alright, here we go. Ah, crap. Ah, do you not see me?
Over here!
Excuse me while I pull out my flames and my lesser ward. Excuse me, I also apparently have a text message on my phone, which I will get to later. I think that's all of them. This isn't the same place I remember it being. I mean, then again, it has been a long time since I've been here. So, I mean, who knows? Ooh, potion of minor healing. I will take that off your hands. My God, there's just look at the mess. All the blood. How am I supposed to find anything in all this? Honestly, you people, you need to like try to take care of yourselves. I mean, my goodness. I'm just trying just to find things, and you're just lying all around in the pools of your own blood. And all I'm trying to do is get through to, you know, where I need to be. It's like frickin' hell. Come on. I mean, come on. Seriously. Oh, hey. There's a guy in there. I think we need to sneak. I think we still need to sneak because we're still not in the safe yet. Ah, okay. There was some cool stuff in there. Not very much. Ah, okay, good. We didn't die. We need to hurry though, because this video is dragging on a little long, and it's already 8:30, and I don't have all the time in the world, if you know what I mean. We need to get through this this little cavern a little bit quicker. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on a second. I know I'm in the right spot. I guess. Okay, it's probably right outside then. I'm going to guess. It might not be. We'll see. I haven't seen any mammoth tusks, so cross your fingers on that. I'm willing to bet we're not going to find any, but you know, we'll find some eventually. And if not, maybe we can kill a mammoth. Not yet. I would really doubt that we could kill a mammoth right now. Ah, I see you over there. You orc.
Not the best you can do?
No.
By Ismir. You'll pay for that? Victory is yours. I submit.
Oh, you do? Okay.
If I can just...
Hey, I thought you surrendered. You said you surrendered. You lie. You lie. You lie. Ah, it's Hashbar. Hashbar Iron Hand. We'll steal his journal. And that. And, ooh, two-hand attacks do 15% more damage. We'll take that. Ooh, steel armor. This is worth a pretty penny. We have enough room to carry it. We'll take it. I'm breaking my own rule about not stealing the items that the people are wearing, but whatever. And here we go. Here's the chest. Hopefully not trapped. Yes. Amron's family sword, ironing it, lockpick. Ooh, an orcish greatsword, but it's not worth that much, so we're not going to pick it up. But we will take that because we need to. Yay. Yeah. Oh wait, nope. Now we're out. Now we're over encumbered. That's not good. Not good. Not good. We're only over encumbered a little bit. So let's drop this steel sword. Beautiful. Beautiful thing. So there's the ritual stone over there. If you can see, it's like right up here. That's the symbol for the ritual stone. I wonder if we can see it from here. Yeah, it's somewhere around there. For now, we'll just go back to Whiterun because video is going back a little far. So, I will see you when we get back to Whiterun. Back in a flash. And back in Whiterun, finally. Had a little bit of an adventure, raised a wolf from the dead to giving me some extra from my conjuration. Using the raise zombie spell is actually very, 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 very helpful. As far as where Amryn is, I'm not entirely sure. I'm pretty sure that thing there is supposed to direct me to where he is. But let's see if we can find Amryn. I want to give him his sword. It's a little late, but hopefully he's still awake. Feels like I'm ready to pass out.
Tried mercenary work?
Ah, there you are.
Might suit. Sometimes I miss the soldier's life, but when I hold my daughter in my arms, I know I made the right choice.
Hey, buddy, I have your sword.
You found it. I've been looking for that blade for months. You took on all those bandits yourself?
Yeah, I'm
Thank
pretty
you.
cool like that.
Here, my father had a favorite sword and shield technique. Let me teach it to you in honor of his memory.
Oh, thank you. Sweet. One-handed increased. And block increased. Very nice.
Right then.
I don't really use the shields, but I will appreciate the one-handed technique. I will use it till the day I die. Well, I might die several times, so no promises there. Before we end this video, I'm going to head over to the end so I can get some shut-eye for my character. But if you enjoyed this video, leave a like or comment below. And if you'd like to see more, subscribe for more of my little Skyrim or an adventure of a Brony and the Elder Scrolls. In the next episode, we'll carry on with the main quest, and we'll probably face our first dragon.
If you need anything, or take a seat by the fire, and I'll send someone over.
I should be just fine,
what
but
can I get
thank
you?
you. I'm going to rent a room for
Sure
you.
thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room, right this way.
Thank you.
If it's work you're looking for, Hulda's the one to talk to.
Oh, hello, Sadia.
If you need more food or drink, speak to Hulda.
Hello, Hulda. I'd like a little drink of you, if you know what I mean. Peaches and cream.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Thank you. I will. Well, until next time, Brony Nerds and Gamers,